Hi, so what have you heard about the Armenian genocide?
Just there, at least 1 million of them were killed by the Turks.
Okay. Do you think that the Turkish government should be responsible for their crime?
Well, I think the government back then, but they should still pay now, just so to ease the tension.
We know that a lot of countries have recognized this Armenian genocide from just around the world, and the United States is actually not one of them. They value economics over human rights. Do you think this is the right thing to do?
No, I don't.
Do you think they should recognize Armenian genocide?
Yeah, especially if they know that it actually existed, so they should at least acknowledge it. It's like Stalin and them not existing, the Holocaust, or the Russians on it.
Thank you.
It was a horrible thing.
Do you think that the Turks of the Ottoman Empire, do you think they should be responsible for this?
Oh man, now Turks or back then?
Just in general. Now.
General, just now. I mean, it was a while ago. I mean, I would say, financially, they should still be held responsible. I'd say if Armenia needed anything, they should be taking care of them because I feel like they owe them something maybe. So yeah.
There's a lot of countries that actually recognize the Armenian genocide, and the United States is actually not one of them. And they value politics over human life. Do you think that they should recognize this genocide?
Yeah, they should definitely recognize the genocide. That's, that makes me look differently upon our own country. Now, I didn't even know that, so yeah.
Thank you very much, man.
The United States is one of the major world countries that does not recognize the Armenian genocide due to political and economic ties with Turkey. Do you think that they should be putting politics, economics over human rights?
No, absolutely not. I think that's ridiculous. I didn't even know that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, man. That's all.
Aren't aware there was a genocide that did take place against the Armenian people. It is one of these situations where we have seen a constant denial on the part of the Turkish government and others that this occurred.
We have no reluctance. We have no reluctance to recognize genocide in Darfur. We have no reluctance to talk about the Cambodian genocide or the Rwandan genocide or the Holocaust. Why is it only this genocide? Is it because Turkey is a strong ally? Is that an ethical or moral reason to ignore the murder of 1.5 million people? Why is it we don't say, let's relegate the Holocaust to the historians or relegate the Cambodian genocide, the Rwandan genocide? Why is it only this genocide that we should let the Turks acknowledge or not acknowledge?
Well, of course, President Clinton is right. I mean, the Holocaust happened, and the kind of stuff that the Iranian President Ahmadinejad did over the last 8 years, bringing Holocaust deniers, having these ridiculous conferences in Iran, standing here at the United Nations, busy doing that, but it's not the majority of the people who believe that.
And this is my kind of maybe out of left field comment to that, the Holocaust deniers and everything else. Our greatest ally there is Turkey in that region. Yet Turkey denies the Armenian genocide. And to the point where Obama as a candidate would talk about it as, when I'm in office, I will recognize it and I'll recognize the genocide. And he's been completely stultified when he's here. So there is a political dynamic here that's at play, I think, that is a little hypocritical.
Let me ask you this, because I read...
George Clooney presented the inaugural Aurora Prize, an award given on behalf of the survivors of the Armenian genocide. 101 years ago, 1.5 million Armenians died at the hands of the Ottoman Turkish forces, but Turkey denies there was a systematic attack amounting to genocide, something Clooney's called ridiculous.
We honor the 1.5 million lives that were lost 101 years ago. And we honor those lives by calling their tragedy by its true name, genocide, the Armenian genocide. Hitler once famously said, "But who remembers Armenia?" The answer is the whole world. Tonight,
George